guess we're just going to have to remove Kaylee's lines from the thing. We can actually, she must have added the stuff that says for Kaylee because her memory is terrible, right? So we can just say her what she thought of them. It looks like she added things to the notes. So we can say, look, here's what she had to say. And I added a comment also. So we should be live now. I don't know that anybody is going to show up. Yeah, we are. I see it. Yes, and a commercial just showed up. We're live and kicking. Should I? Well, I always record the audio, so should I record it locally just in case? Also, in case it doesn't record it video, or we can just say if the video didn't work, it just didn't. We don't have a video. Should I? The audio, I'm going to record the audio as normal. And then we'll have the video on Twitch. Supposedly. That's the idea. So, do we want to chance that Twitch will not have the video? Or... I mean, I think it'll be fine. I mean, remember I tested it. So. Ooh, what happened to... I guess you can't see my video when we're broadcasting. And yeah, that's weird. I guess it doesn't let that work when I'm broadcasting. That's annoying. Yes, I think I can change what you can see here in a second. And I can't move the screen or it's going to screw up your video. Let's see. How do I change? Oh, wait, maybe down here. Here we go. Oh, what? Windows default device. No. Okay, I'm going to use Minicam. Whoa, hello. Okay. I am recording all this now, so if there's any outtakes, you can have at it. Whoa, hello. TNB. Video. I want this one. Oh, I can't do that. How do I do this now? They changed this thing, and I don't know how to do what I want to do. What the heck did they do? Playlist, trans, text. What happened to screen sharing on here? Ugh, I love when they screw with things. I'm like, the thing used to work just fine. What the heck? Oh, wait, here we go. I want desktop. Custom area. Ooh, hello. Okay, so I'm going to just broadcast the entire piece of what we're broadcasting out to you so you can see the whole thing. And there you go. You should have... How's that? Is that straight now? See, that's what we're displaying to Twitch. Yes, and now I'm running even more things to throw my video around. So I think I have an idea on how I can do both and have the video of me to you and to Extreme by using Minicam in between. I think I can do that. So we shall see. Okay, so are we ready? I am recording all of this because you asked me to. Whoa. Did you just hang up? logged out. Hello, everybody who's not listening, and we're recording all this crap at the beginning. Ah, there he is. Hello, hello. You're back. Oh, now I hear warbling. Hello? Yes. I had to move you back into position. You logged out of Uvu somehow. Okay, it logged you out of Uvu somehow. I thought I did something. I'm like, what happened? Oh, it wasn't me. So I can edit this one. Let's see. Now we're good. There we go. I could put like a box up for Kaylee and I'll do that later. Okay, whenever you're ready, we're recording. Yeah, well. You're going to be up extra late tomorrow. Yeah, sleep all day Wednesday. Yeah, well. No, so surprised. Not you. Just don't spill your drink. We got to do the New Year's Eve podcast. Nice. I'm wearing the same clothes from this morning, but I wear t-shirt and jeans to work. So, just recently, this is new. This is not normal. This is Abby normal. Okay, so yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, 5. Wait. It's not recording you. Hold on. I don't know. 1 second. Let me try to figure out why. It should be. Hold on. Keep talking. Let me see if keep talking. Okay. It's not going to the right place. Headset, earphone. That's why. It needs to go there. Okay, now keep talking again.
Okay, how's it going now? Good?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Now I see the line. Thought I noticed that before we recorded like half the show. And
yeah, that would have
been bad.
That would have sucked. That would have sucked.
Okay. We're good now. It's okay.
All
We
right.
got everything going now. Go ahead.
All right, 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in the heart of the storm. This is episode number 5 of HotSCast. And what do we do here, you may ask? Well, we bring you all the Heroes of the Storm coverage you can handle. My name is Vincent, but you can also call me Rillandoon. With me, as always, is my intrepid co-host, actually, Mike, a.k.a. Fimless. We are down one Kaylee, a.k.a. Charlissa. She's not feeling well this evening. So, Mike, how have you been since last we spoke?
I'm doing well. It's the holidays have been exciting and fun, I guess. I don't know. Days off are always good for me, and it's almost the new year, which is crazy. I can't
Yes.
believe where 2013 went. It's just nuts.
It's
That's all I
almost time
know.
for me to start writing the wrong year on official government issued documents, which I do every
Yes,
year.
yes. Yeah, we
And
had a
it
big emergency at
causes
work.
no end of.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not
We had
good.
a big emergency at work because of the date. We had a new enhancement someone made to our POS system, and they used in the code they used capital Y's to format the date. Well, in
Uh,
Java, capital Y's mean week year, while lowercase y's mean year. So this week year happens to be
uh,
2014. So when they were putting in to-go orders, they were showing up that they wanted to pick them up on December 29th, 2014
2014.
in a year.
Brilliant.
So needless to
Brilliant.
say, that was bad. And yeah, so that was, yeah. So they'll fix themselves
Yeah.
on Wednesday, but
Well,
it
there you
was a
go.
big deal. So it was a lot of work
That's
today, but that's okay.
that's almost akin to
Same
copy
idea.
and pasting code from, prior to 1999 with two-digit
Yeah.
year integers.
Yes.
Nice. Ah, very
2000
good. Yeah,
and
the holidays have been
1914.
absolutely crazy. 1914, yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, the
exactly.
holidays have been
Good
absolutely
year.
crazy for me as well. I've barely been sleeping. Um, as you can see, I moved the dollhouse. That was one accomplishment.
Hydra will be sad,
Yeah. Oh, sorry, cat.
and Jason will be sad.
Yep, he will. Yes, he will. Sorry. Actually, eventually there'll be something much cooler back there to look at, but that's just temporary. Hopefully, sometime in the coming weeks after I'm done building my daughter's dollhouse down in the basement. That's one of her Christmas presents. Is I'm building from scratch, custom made an American Girl dollhouse that is about 6.5 feet tall and almost 5 feet wide, and that has been taking
Wow.
up most of my time. Yeah, it's been fun. I didn't exactly have all the right tools, but I had enough. I've been out of the construction game too long. I don't have all the fun tools anymore, so I had to borrow some from neighbors. Plus, somebody stole a lot of my tools right as I was getting towards the end of my carpentry days, and this is going back 13 years ago. Yes, a lot of my tools got stolen. So,
Dope.
yep,
That
I was
sucks.
trying to make cuts with a jigsaw that should have been with either a table saw or a circular saw. So it was fun.
Little,
But
yeah,
as soon as I'm
little
done
wibbly
doing that, I'm
wobbly.
actually planning on. Yes, it was wibbly wobbly, timey wimey cuts.
Yeah.
And as soon as I'm done that, I'm actually planning on building a big joint desk for my wife and I, and some shelves and whatnot on the wall behind me here. So it'll look cool over the next couple months. Hopefully, be some changes.
Awesome.
But that aside, we actually have some news. We have
Woohoo!
news to talk about. It's
Crazy.
a little bit old. It's slightly old news, but it's okay. It's still something heroes to speak about, and that's just fine by us. First up, we actually have two different things. First up, we'll be talking about the developer Q&A, and I forget when exactly this took place. Do you remember off the top of your head? I
Um,
have
it was
all the
like
way down here.
just before we
The 17th, maybe?
something like that. It was like just before
It was the day
we
after
like
we
the
recorded
weekend.
last.
Like I the was it
Yes.
that? It was
It was
yeah,
the
it was really
Tuesday
close
after we
after. Oh yeah, that's
recorded
true. Yes, because
last.
we were talking about recording
Yes.
another one and then
Right.
we didn't, but that
Because
was
the Monday
fine.
following that was the streaming of game, where you guys did the
Exactly.
League of Legends gameplay. Yes. So it was the
Yes.
Tuesday morning, right after we recorded last. The developers had a Q&A, and we learned some stuff. So what did we learn?
We learned lots of stuff. I should actually
We
bring
learned
up
lots of
some of
stuff.
the information because that would be a good idea
Yeah.
here.
I'm clicking on the article right now myself. I've
Like
realized I didn't have it clicked
where
earlier.
is our we have an article about it, which is awesome. That's one cool piece of news for that.
Yes, our
And
good friend Jake.
here we go.
Do you hear that sound in the
Yes.
background? What is that?
I don't. It could be me, but I don't hear anything.
Oh, it almost sounded like a toy lightsaber. Oh, I hear it again.
I don't think so. I have no
I
idea.
hear it when I
don't hear it.
speak.
Oh, I don't hear it on my
Well,
side.
as long as it
so
doesn't come up in the audio, then.
It won't be in the audio because I don't hear it. So, okay, let me bring these notes over. Sorry, we're like not ready at all. So, yeah, there was a couple interesting things. One of the things I thought was really cool that they brought up was that they're working on a lot of heroes. And we talked about that, where that was like kind of probably going to be their main thing, was like all these different heroes. You know, they're even talking about how they're going to work on a Lost Vikings hero, and you know that the cool thing about the Q&A is we had Browder, right? Well, who do we have? Am I right?
Yeah, it was Browder.
Yeah, Dustin Browder and Phil Gonzalez. Who is senior artist, which was cool because he knows on that side what they're getting told to do, and like that they have they're working on all these additional heroes. It did sound like they're big. They're also I don't know if they're working on, or their plan is that they're going to have a lot of maps, that's going to be a big thing. Which is way different than League of Legends and Dota and whatever, where you're very limited on the maps.
3 maps total. Yeah,
I think there's 4 in LoL now, but there's a 1v1, a 3v3, a 5v5, and then a weird circular one that I don't even know.
Yeah, there's that. Right. I don't really like that one. I try not to play that one.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the stuff they talked about was stuff we generally already knew. They just went into a little bit more detail over it, which was kind of cool. They did take a few questions from their Twitter stream, which was very interesting, seeing some of the names of people that were asking questions.
Yes.
But
I really wish I would have been able to submit a question, because it looks like they were pretty much taking anything. The timing was very interesting. I don't know if you remember this, but I was actually at the exact same time that this Q&A was taking place live. I was doing a phone interview for a potential new job.
Yes.
So,
yes, so I was at work and I had no idea it was going on until it was over, and I was like, "Oh, I missed it." So
I was really, and I retweeted Kevin Johnson's tweet about the Q&A going live, and I'm thinking to myself, could I be watching this in the background? And then I'm realizing, not a good idea, because this is a potentially huge change for me career-wise. So I really needed to pay attention to that interview, which did go well, by the way. So
that's good.
One of the other things after the holidays.
Yeah, one of the other things they did mention, which is on the unfortunate side, is that it doesn't sound like we're going to see any kind of beta anytime soon.
No, I know. And
of course, that might be Blizzard soon, in which case, who knows? But, it's unfortunate, but you know what? We still do want them to get this thing right. And I understand them wanting to keep it to themselves. I mean, wait... Sorry. Wait till it is, it's not going to crash. I mean, because can you imagine, you're in a game and you're in, even though it's alpha or beta, if the game crashes, you get kind of annoyed. I mean, people do.
I can agree
and so,
with that.
You're winning and then all of a sudden it crashes. And you're like, oh, I'm not going to play this game anymore. So I can understand them wanting to at least get it to a certain stability point. Now, given that they were able to stream, well, we were going to talk about that later, but given that they were able to stream 2 complete games, and they did that previously also, I mean, it seems pretty good, but that's just the way things are.
Yeah, I agree. I know one thing they definitely pointed out, and they made a point of this before, but they're still stressing this, and this is something I'm very happy about, is the shorter game length. They're aiming for 20 minutes. And that will be huge, because I've actually been playing a lot of Dota 2 and League lately. I started playing quite a bit. And
cool.
I mean, Lee, you
gotta let me know when you're
genuinely playing. Dota 2 I play from home, League I play from work. So I can actually play League at work. The problem with that is that you're in there for 45 to 50 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And there are some times of the day where I'm so busy I literally cannot even sit down for 6 hours at a stretch. And then there are other times where I'm staring at the wall for 6 hours at a stretch. My job is very inconsistent like that, such as the way of retail sales. But if you're in a 45 to 50 minute match, I mean, if I even have to answer the phone, like the people on my team are screaming at me, what are you doing? What are you doing? This and that, if I'm distracted even for 1 minute. And because they are invested in a 45 to 50 minute match. And so if one little thing goes wrong, they're going to fly off the handle. And I don't understand it, but I do understand it at the same time. It's kind of the dichotomy of gamers.
You get it.
But having that 20-minute match is phenomenal. You know, I'll give you a perfect example. This morning, I had about 20 minutes where I wanted to just sit down after I woke up and just kind of wake up and, wake up, essentially, get myself ready for the day. And I thought to myself, well, can I even squeeze in a match of Dota 2 right now or League? Well, I mean, Dota 2, it's a little bit shorter. I mean, you're still at like the 30 to 40-minute mark. Definitely no way I could play a League match. I thought, well, maybe I could get my butt handed to me in StarCraft, but then I didn't want to start the day poorly. So I ended up playing a couple boards of Audio Surf, which is a great game through Steam. But that's the thing. Like if it's truly a 20-minute match, that will be huge because you don't have so much of an emotional tie-in. If it's a 20-minute match, you're not going to get the people who are freaking out because a couple mistakes could ruin their last 45 minutes to an hour of their lives. You won't get that in a 20-minute. So that's big. That's really big.
No, absolutely.
They definitely confirmed that it's built on StarCraft 2 architecture. That's huge.
Yes. As we talked about, I said
huge.
it has to be. It's got to be on there. They said, we get to work on that, and so we already have a lot of the core there, which is great. One of the things they actually did talk about also was the talent system a little bit. That they're really going to be designed so it can be customized before and during battle, and that the talent system in terms of you spending kind of XP points you get, like that are the out of game XP points, to put things into like talent trees for your heroes, and that every hero will be customized. Like there'll be some stuff that's kind of overlapping where you're like plus 10% damage or whatever, but that in general each one will be like an addition, like some kind of cool attack, or that you can take instead, or some additional thing that's just for them, which is kind of cool.
See, I like that. I mean, it's kind of playing on the masteries and rune page for runes for League, but I like that it's focusing specifically on the hero. That's cool. I dig that. That's very cool. Especially, I mean, the talent system, it's coming. This is a very heavily Warcraft based, no, not based, but, there's a heavy Warcraft influence on it, obviously, and Diablo as well. Well, what is World of Warcraft and Diablo if it's not, your character talented to your choice? That's the huge focus of the game, of both of those games. Not so much as StarCraft.
You get to make the hero your own instead of it just being like everybody else's. So when you're fighting another Arthas, it may be completely different abilities than your Arthas because they went down a different road. So they may be playing some kind of Arthas that's really good at crowd control, while you're playing an Arthas that is all offense, or or some additional ranged abilities or something. So who knows, right? That's something we'll have to see as we move forward.
Yeah, I like that they talked about lowering toxicity in the environment. That's awesome, because toxicity is ever flowing within. Is that an ad on top of me?
No, it's Java crap. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. I was playing a co-op versus AI match in League, and it was, I think it was a 3v3 co-op versus AI. And one of the guys is freaking out. But we're going against AI, and he is freaking out on the other guy. Like, what are you doing? And I mean, like, just cursing and yelling at him. And I said to him, like, yo, this is versus AI. Who cares? Like, why do you have to, why are you yelling at the guy? I mean, obviously he's new to the game. This is against AI. If you don't want to be competitive, go play on a PvP match. Why are you being competitive in an AI match? And, so lowering that toxicity would be great if they can, remove that from the environment and from the community as much as possible. No kill steals. That'll be great. One thing about Dota 2 that I absolutely hate is the last hit mechanic on gold. I hate that. I hate that so much. Dota 2 is a great game. I'm really enjoying it, but that last hit mechanic for gold is stupid, and I don't know who came up with that, but that's a really dumb idea. So that's again one thing
Yeah,
we're
I
going to
hate
try
the
to
last
balance
hit
out.
mechanics, period, because I think that's just...
I hate last hit mechanic, period.
You're not...
But
I mean, that just makes you want to. I mean, yes, it
snipe.
gives you some kind of competitive, but it makes it. It's not team based. It's not team oriented at all. Everything you do should be team oriented if it's a team oriented game. So
in terms of team oriented,
they're getting there.
I don't know if you saw this or not, but Mike Sacco, who should be familiar to any World of Warcraft player. He was a WoW Insider editor for many, many years. He was on the WoW Insider podcast for a long time. He went on to work for Cryptozoic before he was let go very unfairly for something very ridiculous. That's a topic for another time. All he did was express his opinion, a very valid opinion, and Cryptozoic basically threw him under the bus. Topic for another podcast. Mike Sacco, though, great guy. He put out on Twitter the greatest quote ever, the greatest, most succinct description of League of Legends ever, which it probably works for Dota 2 as well, but definitely for League of Legends. And it said simply, League of Legends is a 5 versus 5 game that pins you against 9 other players.
Yes.
Tell me that is not the perfect definition of League of Legends.
Yes, absolutely.
That is the perfect definition of League of Legends, and I know for a fact Blizzard's going to do everything they can to make sure that's not the case with Heroes.
Yeah.
And they can accomplish that. If anybody can, they can.
Yeah, definitely. A couple other things in the Q&A, they asked about Spectator Client, and since they are basing the whole thing on StarCraft 2 code, they pretty much have it already. I mean, the thing that's funny is you can actually tell when you watch the matches, and once again, we'll talk about that in a bit, the mini-map. Watch the mini-map. What does the mini-map look like?
Right.
It looks like the StarCraft 2 mini-map.
It looks like StarCraft.
It is the StarCraft 2 mini-map. So you're look, it's the StarCraft 2 mini-map. So their spectator view, which is what you're watching in those, is the StarCraft 2 spectator view.
Is the StarCraft 2 spectator view.
So, it's all built on StarCraft 2. And one of the things they did mention also was because of that, they definitely want to give that to us. The ability to make maps, make all that stuff, just like you can
just like
StarCraft 2. And they said
custom
they don't
maps,
know when they're going to be able to do
it,
it, but they are super passionate, as they said a lot, about that idea. So they really do want to
That's awesome.
do it. There will be a Mac client, which I know we don't care about.
Always is with
some people.
Always is with Blizzard.
It's Blizzard.
Yeah,
they're pretty good about it.
I personally hate Mac with a passion, but I know a lot of people love it, and that's a big draw for a lot of gamers. Is that Blizzard supports the Mac platform where most gaming companies do not. Because let's face it, there's less than 1 in 10 computing devices on the planet that are Mac based. So not a lot of companies are going to go after that demographic. But Blizzard always does, and that's cool. That's cool that they continue to do that. I do very much appreciate that. It'd be nice to see them do a Linux client. That would be cool.
Yeah,
I don't have a Linux-based machine.
That's even less. That's even less people.
It's even less. Oh, absolutely, it's even less. But at the same time, it would be kind of cool.
Steam's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I did want to talk about quickly was something that was kind of confusing, and I think other people might have been confused on this. Now, we talked about the shared experience, and they said something which is kind of, like I said, was kind of confusing. And they said, anyone who is near a kill will get experience for their team. If nobody's in the area, then your team will not benefit. Now, that sounds almost like if you're not near the kill, you won't get benefit of XP. But we all know the XP is shared. There's no way to get personal XP. So what they actually meant was, say your minions are down in the bottom lane, and they kill other minions, and nobody on your team is nearby them when they're killing the minions, your team will not get XP. You do not get XP for minions killing things.
Minions. Okay.
Or mercenaries.
Good clarification.
You do if you are nearby. So if you're standing there near the mercenary or near the minion when the guy goes down, you'll get XP.
Then
your team will get XP. But if nobody's around, you're not getting. So if you leave the grave golem to go wander through the enemy camp and nobody's nearby, you're not getting any XP for anything he's killing. So that's what they were talking about. Now, of course, obviously, all of this could change. We know anything we're talking about can change, because they are not even close to coming out with anything for us final. But I think it looks pretty good, so I can't imagine they're going to change too much more in the general gameplay. So, I found like,
and they
somebody
definitely
had a big
stipulated
list of all this stuff.
No gold, no shop, no item grind, and because that's still this thing that like just drives me nuts. It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, both League and Dota 2, they do a good job of the recommended items, but even that, I found myself so many times, like I look down on my inventory, I'm like, oh crap, I've got 2 of this. I didn't need 2 of that, and I sell it back, and so it is cool to see that they're
I actually have gotten used
system.
to the lull version of like picking up items and everything. The only thing I like more about the way Dota does it is the courier. I think the courier
really is cool. Yeah.
To be able to like buy it, click the button. You don't have to run back and forth. One thing I did notice, I mean, we may want to get into talking about the matches just because we're talking about this a lot. Is there anything else you want to talk about from the Q&A? I mean, we have the post up. You can go watch the
matches,
video. People can go watch
because we have a link. We have a link to Wildsiders post that Joysticks post on, and we also have our own post on it that Jates wrote. So definitely go check that out because you could read through, and there's definitely a lot of information there, more than what we can cover. So let's get into the matches.
Okay, so did you still want to do your piece there?
Yes. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Yeah, I'm just scrolling up to the top.
Scroll.
Trying to figure out where we were. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I've got my notes on my little tablet here. I've got a little tablet.
Oh, do you really?
My notes on the tablet. See.
Is that actually a
It's a Windows tablet. It's like an actual Dell Windows tablet. It's really bright.
I have the video in the sidebar, so like what I see is so tiny that I couldn't see. I couldn't tell if it was a tablet, like electronic tablet, or like an actual you printed it out. There you go. Okay,
Dell.
Gotcha. Nice.
There we go. Nice. Yes, I have it sitting right in front of me here. I can. So I'm looking I was looking over to the left, which is what I've been doing. I'm like, I really shouldn't be doing that as much. So I'll be looking down more.
Right.
But go ahead. Sorry. Bad.
I'm looking straight ahead, whereas my camera is over here. But
that's
okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's a profile. It's a good side.
Yeah, profile shot. Exactly. It's my good side. Yeah, if there is such a thing for me, I don't think there is. We did have a very cool thing happen. The Heroes dev team, which I think they made mention of this, is the same dev team that played at BlizzCon. They played 2 matches, shoutcasted by none other than my very favorite StarCraft 2 shoutcaster, Husky. Now, this is no offense to Day 9. Day 9's awesome. Guy's great. I love Husky, though. Husky's fantastic. I could listen to him shoutcast my
he did a great job.
Boring daily routine. And he did a phenomenal job. You could tell it was the first time he's ever even experienced it. So he sat down along with Dustin Browder, who is the game director on Heroes, and they shoutcasted these two map battles. The 2 maps they played were Blackheart's Bay and Cursed Hollow, both of which we already saw. We did see both of these played at BlizzCon. You can find both of those embedded videos on our site, heartofthestorm.net. Head over there. You can see both of those videos in an article posted. Before I pass this off to Mike on his thoughts, I wanted to say 2 things. 1, seeing other people play Heroes when I cannot is killing me. It's absolutely driving me nuts because I want to play Heroes so bad. And the more I play League of Legends and the more I play Dota 2, the more I realize I want to play Heroes. That's it.
Yes.
2, Heroes will easily become my favorite esport moving forward. I had so much fun watching these matches. I can actually see myself, and I'm tempted to do this, and I'm almost trying to figure out the best way to go about this. I can actually see myself delving into the world of shoutcasting for Heroes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it for StarCraft because I frankly don't know what I'm doing in StarCraft. I suck at StarCraft so bad it's not even funny. But
Yeah.
since you know, and they talked about this in the Q&A, it's clearly built on the StarCraft infrastructure, the architecture, and the engine. They're going to have the save games, the commentating mode. It's going to be there. I think I'm going to try to do some shoutcasting for Heroes matches moving forward, and I am going to love Heroes coming into its own as an esport. I really am. So with that, what did you think of the videos?
Well, definitely did make me want to play also, and I agree with you. Watching Heroes of the Storm being played is very exciting, very interesting. Their shoutcasting they did a great job with that. I think, I mean, compared like StarCraft, I mean, I've watched a few matches at BlizzCon. I've watched a few on the stream from BlizzCon, and you know, it's interesting. They're kind of long. They can be long. Sometimes they don't, but they can be long. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand what they're doing, just because
in StarCraft.
I mean, while I know StarCraft 2 okay, I don't. You know, I
Right.
can't possibly understand how you build 8
Right.
trillion of those things that quickly.
I'm the same way.
How you do that?
I'm the same way. I have no idea.
So
I have no
I got like
idea.
2 Marines.
Yeah.
They would have like 1,000. That would be like my
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
But, so
Yes.
So, but this is much more, you know, there's not a lot of stuff going on other than what the heroes are doing and, you know, the minions.
Actual action.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
true action.
You're not like,
Yes.
look, he's building another refinery. Whoa. You know,
Yeah.
and like, or is he
he's
going to
going
build
for a
another base? What is he
three-factory
going to
build?
do? Is it,
Yeah, right.
exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know, whatever. This is much more interesting to
Right.
me, much more exciting, much more,
Yes.
it just, yeah, it gives you that like, oh, you know, and what's funny is in every case, I have to say, in all the ones I've watched, and I've now watched 4 because they had the 2 at BlizzCon, and
Right.
the other one was not at BlizzCon actually. The Cursed Hollow was not one of the ones they showed at BlizzCon because they showed the one where you go into the mine. at
Oh,
BlizzCon.
that's right.
Blackheart's Bay and
That's
the mine
right.
one
You're
was
right.
the BlizzCon
Blackheart's
one.
Bay and the
But
mine.
so this is
That's
the first
right.
time we've
Cursed
actually
Hollow's the new one.
seen
That's
them
right.
play Cursed Hollow, which is cool. But
Yes, it was a very cool map. Yeah.
It's just, you know, you want to get in there and play. Watching them play the game, it's just exciting. It's interesting, and you know, you watch the match, and you don't really pick. You don't pick one like immediately, but then like they start playing, and then all of a sudden you've got like a favorite. Like you're like, okay, I want blue to win, or okay, I want red to, you know. And
Yeah.
I have to say that I was very. I was impressed at how the second video turned out. I just watched that earlier today. And I'm not going to give it away. No spoilers. So I don't want people who haven't watched it yet.
No.
But
Yes.
it is
And it's
awesome.
It is
I
19
was like,
minutes,
oh my
folks.
God.
It's 19
Yeah.
minutes. You need to watch. It's
Exactly.
19 minutes. There's no
Yeah.
reason not to watch it.
Exactly. One of the cool things I noticed, and I don't remember this from before, and I don't know if it was on before or if it's new, they added a thing called, which is ammo on the towers, which is
Ammo
very
on
different.
The tower. I saw you put that in the notes. Yes.
Which is big.
I don't know.
You can have it
Maybe
run
it's
out of
just on
ammo.
Cursed Hollow. Maybe it's just on
Maybe
Cursed
it's
Hollow.
possible.
I
It
don't
didn't
know.
sound like that. I sounded like it was like that was.
It was
on all
across
of
the
them.
board. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I
It
thought that was
cool.
awesome.
They were talking about the gameplay, not
Strategy.
gameplay, the strategy. Yes, thank you. Of like continuously pushing their minions back and allowing your minions to go forward to the tower to let the tower fire onto the minions so that the tower runs out of ammo so that it
then
can no
you can
longer
go
hit
in.
you.
Yep.
The strategic aspect. See, that's the other thing. Like, and these videos are showing us so much. The strategy is going to be there more than what you see in League of Legends and Dota 2.
Oh
There's
yeah.
going
Well,
to be
like
so
just
much more
like
strategy.
going. Yeah, I mean, in like League of Legends, you can go after the mercenary camps, but what do you get from them? You get XP. That's it.
XP.
I smacked my
That's
microphone. You get XP. That's it. You're not getting anything
Right.
from it. Now in
Nope.
Heroes, I keep wanting to say Heart because it's our name, but it's Heroes.
Yeah.
In
Right.
HOTS, you get
Yeah, that's right.
minions they're the super minions. Like in League of
Right.
Legends, when you destroy the inhibitor, you get the super minions. Well, these are your super minions. So if you can decide, instead of pushing at some team fights or killing minions or going after the towers yourself, to go after the mercenaries, which then will push your lanes for you. a little bit and give you the ability to kind of move somewhere else and do other things, or follow them in and do some crazy amount of damage. So that's a way, but then you could also possibly get behind if you're going after them instead of killing other stuff. So, there's so much strategy in there, and I love that. One of the things that Kaylee has had an issue with, and I'm not sure if that's actually true, is she was saying that one of the problems is you can't go past the turrets of the opposing team before they're knocked down. And I believe that once you I don't know if it's if you do a certain amount of damage to the turret or if you knock out at least one. Once you knock out one, you can get past it. You don't have to kill the other turret.
There's kind of that. There's kind of that barrier.
Yes, but as soon as you kill one of them,
you can actually see the barrier. Right, the barrier drops. Right.
So
and I like
at that
that.
point you can.
I actually kind of like that retreat mechanic. And I guess that kind of exists in Dota too, because to an extent, because they're that bubble which insta kills you. If you go in, because I chased a Drow Ranger into that bubble and I got zapped instantly. I was like, whoa, okay, shouldn't do that again.
Yeah.
So well, it's kind of the same thing, but this is actually a physical barrier.
Exactly. I think the turrets in League are also much stronger than these turrets. So I think you'll see, you get hit, it does a lot more damage. So I think that's also where you'll see the reason why, you don't tend to run through them. You know what I mean? You don't just run past them. Anyway, because you're going to die.
Yes. It will kill you. Yes, it will. It'll absolutely kill you.
The other thing, and we've mentioned this before, that I love, and especially on the Cursed Hollow map, the towns or the forts or whatever are really, really close. It's like 4 steps, you're at the other door. It's like
close.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's right
and
there.
So
yes.
That you
wild.
need those barriers because of that.
Oh yeah.
It's too close. Otherwise you just kind of rush through and you can just kind of push through and start destroying things behind the turrets if you could just run through because you're right there. But I love
and the whole
that
thing
it's right
with
there.
picking up the what is it when those things spawn? What were they?
They were the tributes.
You had to get tributes. Thank you. You get the 3 tributes and put the curse on it. It makes so much more sense for everything to be so close because that curse is such a huge part of it. So you're just kind of fighting out for control that tiny little middle ground so you can get that tribute and I like how they mentioned characters like Tyrande who have a full map range attack.
Yes.
That was pretty wild. Did you hear that?
That's cool. They do have those in League, I think, too. There's a couple of those types of things, but
is there? Oh, see, I've never.
Yeah, I've
never played a character that has them. Obviously,
Kaylee said something about that. I haven't either. I'm sure the difficulty bar on that character is really high because I don't play. Those games,
I play the ones. I did.
Really small, purple line, really tiny.
Little,
really easy. But
really little.
I think that one of the things she was saying is it limits kind of the surprise attack from behind like junglers do, but I think that you still got that. Like we actually saw, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling a little bit of the match, but there was one place where one of the blue team was kind of running over here and there was a red guy running away from him, but there was a blue guy hiding over here. And I'm on video, so I'm making, and then the blue guy come over and he started attacking the red guy and that red guy turned around and started bashing at him. Then he got like pretty low, so he started running away. And then the other red guy comes from behind and like smashes him and he goes down real fast. So I always thought that was like that was so cool that like they like trapped him because he didn't see that other guy in hiding. And so I think there's plenty of that. It's a lot of it is the size of the map. When the map is small like that, like the Blackheart's Bay is much bigger map because of all the stuff that's going on in there. This is much smaller.
Map. Yeah, that is a big map. Absolutely.
So with this small map, I think what you're going to see is a lot less of the kind of surprise attacks because the map is so small. It's very difficult to hide in that particular case, and so you don't tend to have that. But I mean, you do see one of the cool things is it is easier to reinforce. If you want to go to the low lane or go to the top lane and you want to reinforce things, hey, I've got one of those. I've got him. He's over there somewhere. Yes. But it is cool. Did you get that from Hydra or something? Yes.
Yeah, she sent it to me. Yeah, that's from
Like, you didn't go
BlizzCon
to that one.
2009.
Yes,
No,
that was
I
my
did not.
first BlizzCon. Was it my first BlizzCon? 9, 10, 11, 13. Yeah, that was my first BlizzCon.
Nice.
So, but
Sorry, I
I
saw
don't
it
know.
sitting over there in my field of view, so I had
Yes,
to grab it.
I could sit here and, I mean, we could like watch the thing and we could sit here and that was, and go crazy about it. And,
We
it's,
could
I'm
shoutcast
not,
it.
yeah, exactly. I don't know if I could do that
Yeah.
because I would just be too much like just going like nutso. I might be able to.
Yeah.
I could try.
See,
I
that's
would be
the thing.
the one that going, oh my God,
I'm
look
gonna
at
try
that. I would be the one that does
Yeah.
that. Like you could be like,
Right.
yeah. I'm like, oh my God, did you see that? Be the crazy one in the corner going, oh my
Right.
God. But
Right.
yeah, if you look,
And then you
our
need
current
John
background for the show today is actually the that map is the Ravenlord area of that map, the Cursed Hollow.
Oh, nice.
So that's I believe that's the background from Cursed Hollow. So
See, I see it on my screen because I've moved it off to the sidebar. It's maybe an inch and a half wide.
It's big.
So it's like it's
but
big.
you can
Yeah.
see
So
the
then
raven.
you in the top left corner. So you're like
little.
these little. Oh yeah.
Really
yeah.
teeny
You're like,
itty bitty tiny. Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it too small because I need your video, which has to be
Right.
kind of big for it to show up in the
Yeah.
stream. So.
You're
But
about the size of a micro sim.
yes.
To put it in technical terms.
Yes, exactly. So for people who are watching the video or watching the stream, which nobody is right now, unfortunately, let us know what you think about this format. Do you like this format with the multiple videos on here? We'll have Kaylee in here too. If people who are listening are going, what are they talking about? We've got background is like a screenshot from the game, and then we've got 2 boxes of us overlaying that of our videos constantly at the same size and everything on it. I like this format a little better than the whole like blinking around that Hangouts did.
Yeah, the blinking. Yeah, I love Hangouts. I really love Hangouts, but that blinking thing is annoying. So, hopefully, I mean, they open the API, so hopefully somebody comes up with some
better way to do it.
Some better. Yeah, I don't know anything at all about coding, but I was actually half tempted to try. I mean, why not? I mean, most of the Google APIs are actually pretty easy, and there's a lot of things out there to kind of walk you through them. So I thought, why not? At some point, I'll give it a try.
Maybe.
Who knows when? Maybe. But until then, go to heartofthestorm.net. Yeah, that's what I need is more projects. Absolutely. That's actually my little tagline in Twitter is too many projects, too little time or something like that. I forget what it is already. I just put it on there. Until then, go to our website and check out those 2 videos because they are very, very good. And
give us your feedback on the videos.
And give us your feedback.
Let us know what you think. Is there anything that find your favorite event in the video in the matches and send it to us. Let us know what it is and when and it was when the blue guy did this and then the red guy came over and and if you remember it's Tyrael or whoever it was, you can let us know and what is it in the second one, what's his futz kept surviving, Uther survived, and they're like, oh my God, Uther just survived, So, but those things, I mean, that's the thing in this game that it seems like it's so easy for the tide to turn quickly. You could be behind and then you can come back with the right strategy, or maybe, it just doesn't work out, or you're all alone and you're getting killed and then you use your level 10 skill and then all your teammates show up and they start blowing them up and just right. I just think that it's pretty cool. I mean, not that those types of things can't happen on these other games, but it just seems like the format that they have for this is much more exciting and much more interesting.
I agree entirely. Yeah, definitely the excitement factor is there, and the strategy and the teamwork factor is definitely there. You really can't succeed as a solo player like you can in the other games. Like Mike Sacco said, it's a 5v5 game that pins you against 9 other players. So
exactly.
I love that quote. I'm just going to keep using that. now let's move on to the wrap up because man, am I tired. Yes, it is now 16 hours since I left the house for work this morning, so I'm hurting.
Not too bad.
Nah, not too bad, I guess. But after an 11-hour workday and then 2.5 hours of driving and an hour and a half of grocery shopping, yeah.
But you get off Wednesday, right? You get off Wednesday.
Yeah, I do have off Wednesday.
Well,
yeah.
there you go. You know, you can sleep all day Wednesday, make up for it, or play. We can
sure.
play some League of Legends or Dota 2 which, you know, if you're going to do that, you need to text me, and
I will definitely
we'll stream it.
Yes,
and if we're doing it, we'll stream it.
That's a good idea.
We can stream it.
I have no idea what time I need to pick up my daughter from my parents' house because she's taking. We're having people over tomorrow night for New Year's Eve, and she's sleeping over at my parents' house, so I don't know what time I have to pick her up.
Like, or 7 p.m.
Maybe I can send my wife. Yeah, right. Yeah. Or maybe I can send my wife to pick her up.
There you go.
Yeah,
and I probably can get Zabina to join us, and if Kaylee's feeling better,
yeah, Zabby driven. Yeah,
we can at least do the 3v3 in LoL. I love the 3v3 map in LoL.
3v3 is nice. Yeah,
we had a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than the others.
Yeah,
it's closer.
3v3 is a lot more fun than the 5s. Yeah,
I like the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree. All right. Just a reminder, we will be doing a joint show after the holiday craziness subsides, which will be soon because New Year's is in 2 days, with the awesome folks from the Nexus, almost subsiding, from the Nexus podcast. More on that as we approach the date. So probably in the next couple weeks, maybe possibly not the next record we do, but the one following, and we will we'll let you know as we approach. This was going to be Kaylee's section, but I will read it since she is not here. You can follow the show on Twitter at HotSCast. I am not Nerdy Char. I am Rill, so I am at Rillandoon. Fimless is at Fimless. Kaylee is at Nerdy Char. Nerdy is Nerdi Char, Char. You can find the show site that has articles, videos, show notes, links, and more, including articles from our friend Jake, who's been writing for us, at heartofthestorm.net. We have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, and a Google Plus page. All of those links can be found on the site. Again, heartofthestorm.net. And don't forget about the contest. We're giving away Hearthstone beta key. Hearthstone is in open beta now, but if you did not have already signed up if you didn't already sign up to be in for the beta trial, you did not get a key. So you might still need a key. If you do, it's very simple. All you have to do, rate the podcast on iTunes and leave a review. That's it. Yes. And the winner will be selected at random from the reviews.
Yes, and if you don't want a Hearthcast key, still go to iTunes and rate the podcast and give us a review.
Yes, please. Yes.
And you can put in the review, I don't want the Hearthcast. Or, if you happen to win it, you can say no, throw it back in, whatever.
Yes.
Or you can give it away to somebody else.
By the way.
Hearthstone.
You keep saying Hearthcast.
I know. I had a Hearthcast on our site, on our show last night, so it gets me confused. So,
is that who was on last night?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes, Hearthcast. So you can email the show.
Oh,
and please do. Yes. Please do email the show at HotSCast@gmail.com. We would love to get some emails. Again, like I said, watch the matches. Send us your comments on the matches because we'd like to hear that. Also, if you have comments on the Q&A, or if you have a question that you'd like us to ask them when we happen to get a chance to do so, which may happen sooner than you might think.
It may.
Send us in some questions because we would like to ask those. And even if they just have another Q&A, we can get your question in there, hopefully. Maybe Rill and Dune will not be on an interview. So that would be cool. Let us know.
Or maybe I'll be on the in-person interview, which means I'm one step closer to getting a new job.
Yes,
that would be cool.
That would be the actual. That would be your luck, right? Is they'd have the next Q&A when you were on the in-person interview.
Right, when I'm actually in the office actually interviewing.
Like, I really have to go now quickly. Can we finish this up? Come on, I gotta get stuff to do. So yeah, anything you want to send us email about the show, the game, videos, Q&A, whatever. Let us know what color socks you prefer, whatever. Doesn't matter.
I wasn't sure if you're going to read that. I put that in the show notes just to see if you'd read that part.
I'll read it all.
I'm not flexible enough to show you, but I actually have pretty cool socks on. I have striped socks. They're 3 big thick stripes. It's red, kind of ivory, and blue, like big thick
they're
striped
very
socks.
Patriotic socks.
No, not that.
Hole.
No, it's actually, they're kind of not.
No, not red, white,
it's like
blue.
A cranberry. No, well, it's like a cranberry and like a sky blue and like an ivory.
Oh, okay.
So,
completely not.
Yeah, not exactly patriotic. No, really
I have a hole in my sock.
No.
That I didn't know I had until
that's
I got home. Yeah.
Of course not.
I'll be throwing the sock away. Just one sock.
Oh boy, just one sock. Yes. Yeah. HotSCast is a production of the Twisted Nether Network, whose main show is, of course, the Twisted Nether Blogcast, the World of Warcraft podcast. I should, after 8 years of playing the game, I should be able to pronounce it.
You should.
Podcast that focuses on the community, the bloggers, the podcasters, and the YouTubers that make the WoW community so awesome, where you can hear Mike with his awesome co-host Hydra, who we've mentioned a few times in the show, and you can even hear me do a segment on that show, all the way at the end, where they like to keep me, in a dark corner just out of sight. That show can be found at twistednether.net, and like our fine show here, you can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, and where all the finest podcasts are sold for free.
Yes.
For free.
For free.
Yes. We do not charge. For free. Also, you can hear me rant and rave and chat about all manner of random geeky and gaming things on Heroically Random, a show I do each week with Jason from the Shattered Soulstone podcast. You can find links to that on heroicallyrandom.com. I can't remember, actually, Mike, are you guys still doing Polygamers?
Polygamers is still going on. I am not on the show. Awesome. They're actually recording like now, so that would be tough to do both. But
that would be tough to do both.
But Ninth Batter and Kadistra are still doing the show.
Okay.
And they're still doing that, and it records on Monday nights, and you can go to polygamers.com for that. I still do produce the show though. So
okay.
I still post it and everything. So we are way behind, and I'm really sorry to anybody who likes Polygamers and would like to be able to listen to the shows at like right when they come out, because I am way behind on those. So hopefully I will be catching up over the holiday, but who knows. But are you writing notes? Are you passing notes?
No, I'm not passing notes. No.
Do you have enough for everybody?
No.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
So yes, the Polygamers guys should check it out because it's fun.
Okay, very good. Kaylee does not have any other podcasts yet, but she will, of course, at some point, because one is never enough. Next week we'll be doing another live streaming night, either of League of Legends or Dota 2, either one. Don't know yet. We'll decide that night probably. I have no plans to see any movies that night, so expect to see me there. Make sure to watch the show's Twitter at HotSCast for the announcements. Until then, we here in the heart of the storm wish you all the very happiest New Year's. Good night and good gaming.
Good night. Happy New Year. Woo.
Bye.
Bye. Yay. Okay. Broadcast going away.
So what do we do?
Good night, everybody.